Hey everyone, it's Kai from WCC, and today we're going to look at MLB, probably the best deck in the current format, and just slightly, you know, there's still Shadow Paladin and Dirt, but MLB is just really strong. It's quick, it's fast, it's efficient, it's consistent, it's destructive. If you go ranked, this is like perfect Riser on steroids, as some people have called it, you know. Imagine perfect Riser with a crit Vanguard, but all your reguards are not crap. They're actually good. They get rid of things. They hit numbers, alright? If you look at perfect Riser, all their reguards were just meh and like didn't do much. MLB, totally different story, and it just makes it, the complete package is just so crazy good. So let's look at the meta build first, like always. We have, you know, Wingle Brave because it didn't get nerfed, so it's a great starter. But then now we've got the rest of the lineup. We've got 4 Nulls, of course. We're running 4 Liens for the filter, and then you have 2 Marins because AKs, and then we've got the 10k hitters of K. And this can be changed a bit. You can run less Lien, you can run 1 more Marin, kind of make it a 3-3-3 if you want that. But that's pretty much the cards you want to use. And then at grade 2, we have our 4 Blaster Blades and 4 Blaster Darks. Pretty much, you kind of want that. And then you got three Bedivers here, 12k hitter, and then we got 2 Star Call Trumpeters, just to make sure we can always get our blasters. And then finally in our grade 3 lineup, we have 4 MLB, 4 Gan slot, and 4 Palamedes, and 1 Alfred. So the last card is kind of a flex slot, but Alfred is just overall a nice card. Just counterblast 3, get any card you want. And also a very, like, it's an okay Vanguard. You're never going to want to ride him because you won't always want MLB, but, you know, things can happen. So when we look at this deck, what is the key part of this deck that makes it strong? And the answer is there is no key part. Unlike Kagura, where you have a core set of 8 triple Rs, where you just craft them and the rest of the deck just kind of goes around that. This whole deck revolves around everything working with each other, just like Royal Paladins, right? So you want 4 Blaster Blades. You don't want to go lower than 4 Blaster Blades. It's a great tool for retiring. You need it for MLB. Blaster Dark, same thing. You just need it for MLB. And then, Star Calls, you need them because you want to call your MLBs, which makes your MLB more consistent, or call Blasters to make MLB more consistent. Your Gan slot puts in so much work, alright? If you've been playing from set 1 and you haven't gotten your Gan slots, you've done a big misplay, alright? Gan slot searches Blast Blade, puts itself back into the deck, makes your deck super compressed, right? It trades a non-trigger for a trigger, and with the amount of calls, the amount of filter and stuff that this deck does, you get to low deck size really quickly with a stacked trigger count. And when you ride grade 3, right, you suddenly put in 2-3 Gan slots. Suddenly your deck is just crazy good. You've gotten good grade 2s into your hand now. You know, Gan slot is so amazing. I'd pretty much rate this triple R higher than MLB. Alright, MLB is also searchable, so that's why you might not need a playset of MLB, but you definitely always want a playset of Gan slot. And I would go out of my way and say Gan slot is the only reason, is one of the biggest reasons this deck has an edge over every single other deck in the metagame right now. Spike Brothers, sure, gets that later on. Edel Rose for DI, sure, but the rest of the deck is just meh, right? But when you look at the top 3, Shadow Paladin, they get draw, but they don't get heals going back into the deck. Dope. They get draws. They get extra drive checks, but they don't get heals going back into the deck. This MLB does. It gets the heals back in the deck. It gets crap out of the deck, so you have a high trigger count. Your compression becomes better. So Gan slot is so amazing, right? And that's enough for me. That's enough about Gan slot, but yeah, Gan slot does a lot of work. So all this synergy in this deck just makes this deck an absolute killer, and that's also what makes it hard to kind of build, because if you start getting rid of any of these cards, right, I didn't crack enough Blaster Darks, then your consistency is going to suffer, your synergy is going to suffer, right? I didn't crack enough Gan slots, or I didn't crack enough MLB. Actually, cracking less MLB is probably the least of your worries, but yeah, if I crack less Gan slot, suddenly I can't get my Blaster Blades as easily, and my deck is less compressed than it would be. So there's a lot of hard choices you have to make if you don't have a full build of MLB, but let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do, right? So this is a budget build of MLB. We're still running Wingle Brave because it's just amazing. Let's see what has changed. So nothing much has changed to grade 1. Grade 1 you can literally, thank God K is a rare, alright? This guy being a rare means it's just easy to get. Your grade 1 is done. But grade 2 is where it starts to get tough, right? I here have 4 Blaster Blades, and I put in 4 Blaster Darks. This might not be the case for you, and if that's the case, then if you have these numbers less than 3, I would probably suggest you maybe just playing like a normal good stuff Royals until you can get at least a 3-3. Because running less just means less consistency, and there's like a limit, right? There's at some point where your deck is not as consistent, where you might as well just be running a very normal Royal Paladin deck. But what we've changed is, you know, if you don't have benefits, if you don't have the double R's, we just put in Galatine. He's 10k. Like I said before, 10ks just are really great. And we have one Star Called Trumpeter here, but this can literally be any double R. If you pull any double R in from set 5, then just drop it in, alright? Stop taking out Galatines, and that's it. And then on the grade 3 slots, we have 2 MLB because we didn't crack as many. We have 2 Gan slot because we didn't craft as many from before. And then the rest of these cards just kind of jank, but they fulfill their role pretty well. So we have Twin Shine Swordsman Mahos here. When it attacks the Vanguard, it gets 2k, so it hits 12k, and that's good. In an MLB mirror, at least you're hitting face. And here, you can see here we don't have Palamedes, right? So if you have Palamedes, put it in, but if you don't, you have some other choices here. Alfred Early, if you play this game for a while, you probably have a bunch of Alfred Early sitting around. It's actually not that bad. You can run it. When you ride it, you can get a Blaster Blade from Soul, and yeah, it helps you out, kind of get you a Blaster Blade. So, and the last one is this Holy Disaster Dragon. You're like, why run this card? Because if you're on a budget, this at least helps you hit 15, and with a good boost, with a 7 or an 8 boost, it's 22 and 23. So again, hits numbers. So in this situation, though, the MLB is actually having 2 MLB is not that bad because you can kind of rely on your Wingle Brave searching out your MLBs. But again, having less ability to draw your MLB means that your Wingle Brave is stuck searching the MLB, and then that means you can't search for your Blaster Darks as effectively and Blaster Blades. And then with only 2 Gan slot, again, you don't have much of an option here when you want to get Blaster Blades. You only have 2 Gan slots, and that's that. So in this situation, maybe I'd be looking into getting more Gan slot, or if you have 3 MLB, honestly, I'd say that it's enough. Focus on Gan slots, but with 2 MLB, maybe 1 more MLB is good, and then just start crafting Gan slot, because Gan slot just does so much work. But let's move on to the priority chart, the filler chart for MLB, and let's see what we can do. So here's our triple R priority and filler card sheet. We'll go through the triple R's first. We have only 2 cards that are important in our triple R slot. We don't need Alfreds, we don't need anything like that, but we do need MLBs and Gan slots. Now, with MLB, you actually don't need a full set when you have this good Wingle Brave. It's like 3 is enough. 3 is enough. If you crack 3, that's fine. The more important triple R, in my opinion, is Gan slot. If you've been listening to me, I have been talking about how good Gan slot is for the last X minutes. So yeah, Gan slot, insane card, buffs consistency, compresses your deck, makes your opponent feel sad when you just keep on triggering heals and they can't kill you when you're sitting on a 12k body. So yeah, get Gan slots. I think Gan slot is more important. If you only have 1 MLB, then you know you got to think about if you want to craft the second one. If you have 2 MLB, maybe you want to craft a third, but 2 is maybe okay. You might want to go look at Gan slots soon. But at that point, you might want to ask yourself if you really want to build MLB. You might just want to build good stuff Royal Paladin, or just build like some like Dragonic Overlord DN or anything like that. But yeah, Gan slots, very important. 3 MLB is enough, then go for Gan slots until 4, and then you can just round out the last one with an MLB. Now, here are some filler cards that I have not shown in the deck list before. Grade 1, we have Toy Poogle. It just helps hit numbers with Palamedes. Comes 9k. And then you boost a Palamedes, which is 13k, it's 22, hits MLBs. And then if you boost like the 12k hitter, sure, it hits 21, which hits every other jank deck out there. Otherwise, the grade 1 fillers, it's not that many because the grade 1 slot is just so good already. If you want to just put in more Marin, you can. Put in more K's, you can. And that's just how it goes. Grade 2 fillers, I can say you can try running Akane. I don't think it's very good. It's really only an option if you want to run Toy Poogle. The thing is, the grade 2 slots are just so full. If you don't have a full set of Blaster Blades, if you don't have a full set of Blaster Darks, then there's like 8 slots pretty much required in my opinion. If you can have a bit less, but if your ratios are off, then why bother running MLB? You might as well just run a normal good stuff for all Paladin deck, right? Otherwise, you can fill slots also with 11k hitters, good old 11k hitters from set 1, the back. But yeah, you don't really have much of a choice here, in my opinion. And then for grade 3s, yeah, you have Boars. Boars is still around. Counterblast 1, 3k. Also, if you have Fang of Light Garmor from the previous set, you can kind of build like a hybrid MLB Garmor hybrid deck. It's not the best deck out there, but it's at least better than nothing. So if you already have a Garmor deck, you can just start putting in the MLB parts, and then you kind of have a deck that's slowly getting decently okay. And then once you get all your MLB parts, just get rid of the Garmor stuff and you're fine. Otherwise, any RR plus card is fine in the grade 3 slot. You know, Alfred Earlys, you pull a Soul Saver Dragon, don't feel bad, just chuck it in your deck and it becomes like a power-up card. You don't need Pongles as well. If you get Soul Saver, don't worry about it. But yeah, any RR is pretty much fine. The only odd one will be Galahad, because it requires an entire ride chain. So yeah, you probably don't want to put that one in, but if you don't have an MLB deck and you want to play Royals, that is not a bad option as well. So overall, MLB deck very, very strong, but you need to make it synergizes with basically everything else in the deck. So if you don't have a lot of cards already for it, then you're going to be in struggle street, especially when you don't have the Gansels. Now, also, we do have a tournament coming up that we are running with Iki. So the WCC X Iki tournament, it is coming up, should be next Saturday on 13th of June at 11 AM GMT 8. So that is Indonesian time or Singapore time. If you cracked a lot of cards from set 4, you know, you got your Dotes, you got your MLBs, you got your Shadows. Just perfect time, bring it out, it's free, and you get packs if you win, and it should be a good time all around. We will have the link to the tournament below, and we will be streaming the top 8 and doing some commentary for it too. So if you're interested, just go for it, and should be good fun. Now that's it. I will post a link also to the old Royal Paladin deck that the old, you know, from Zero to Hero Royal Paladin deck that I talked about before. And if you missed that, go check it out. It has the Garmor build, and it has budget ways to build Royal Paladin. So if you're at that stage, that's where you want to be. But otherwise, MLB, just go for it. You know, it's fast, it's effective, it's destructive. And if you want to just crush ladder, then this is the exact deck you want to be playing. So that's it from me. I will see you guys later, and I'll probably see you guys at another deck profile or something like that, but soon in the next video. All right.